Let's work a navigation problem. A fishing boat leaves port and travels 50 miles in the direction north 50 degrees east. So north 50 degrees east. We'd put 50 degrees right here. Later, the boat travels off in the direction north 70 degrees west. So north 70 degrees west, or 70 degrees from this vertical line right here. And I'm going to label the first leg of the trip as 50 miles. And I happen to know the second leg of the trip is 95 miles. So I redrew my picture using graph paper and a straight edge so that I can see the angles a whole lot better. I can see that this side is 50 miles, the other side is 95 miles, and from the vertical line here, this has to be 70 degrees and 50 degrees, and it has to add up to 180, so the angle between must be 60 degrees. So now I can use my law of cosines to determine how far the boat is from home port, because it's the distance from this point to home port, which is right here. So, using the law of cosines, this distance x is equal to the square root of side A squared, 50 squared, plus side B squared, 95 squared, minus 2 times A times B times the cosine of 60, which is the angle opposite the length that he needs to get home. And that's about 83.2 miles. I have labeled that side now as 82.3 miles. I need to figure out what bearing should the boat travel to get home. So he's going to go south, and I need to figure out the angle theta between the vertical and how far he needs to go home. Well, this angle theta is the same as the angle between theta and the y-axis, between the distance home and the y-axis. And I could figure out the entire angle of this triangle. I'm calling that alpha. It has to be 50 degrees plus theta. So the sine of 60, using the law of sines, divided by the length of the side home, 82.3 miles, has to be equal to the sine of alpha divided by the length of the side opposite that, which is 95 miles. So alpha would be the inverse sine of 95 times the sine of 60 divided by 82.3. I plug that in my calculator. So this entire angle alpha is 88.5 degrees. I subtract off the 50, and I end up with theta. So in order to get home, this boat must go south 38.5 degrees east. There we go.